Quiet on set. Moon Knight. Hello, everyone. We're the continuity.
Quiet on set.
Hello, everyone. We're the continuity crew. And today, I'm gonna start over. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Continuity Crew Telecast. Today, we are talking about the recent Disney Plus release, Moon Knight, starring Oscar Isaac. We're gonna talk about our thoughts on this show, our thoughts on this in the MCU universe, and
You
I
said
gave
universe
ratings
twice.
I probably did. MCU universe. Yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And today we're going to talk about all those things. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and comment down below. Did you like Moon Knight? Are you an Oscar Isaac fan? What's your favorite type of bread? Now, let's talk about Moon Knight.
What
do
type
you
of
think?
bread is the one that you can spin? You know what I'm saying? You can
Yeah,
buy a
the
lot of
bread.
bread.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I love the story. I'm not even talking about like the mental issues and stuff like that. I just like the villain. He's
Yes.
very Catholic, you know. He's not it's not actually very Catholic. It's actually just a very
Cult
maniacal
mindset.
Yeah, cult mindset, very very altruistic, idealistic. And so I really like that kind of character. It's always funny to me because those people actually exist in the world, and they usually end up in like some, you know, unsolved mystery or something like that. For example, like those people that killed themselves because they thought aliens were coming down.
Kool-Aid.
Talking about the same thing? Oh, maybe probably. Yeah, it's a very unique story.
It is a very unique
It's
story.
a different landscape.
I was very excited to see Moon Knight as in like the MCU. He's a super cool character. I wouldn't say like he's one of my favorites or anything, but
He is my favorite.
he's badass. Just the seeing everything and the like mental health stuff was, like you said, it was super cool to see. Oscar Isaac is a beast. His facial expressions, everything from changing from one character to another while still being the same person was fantastic. I loved the effects and stuff they did, having him in like the same shot and everything, and nothing like seemed out of place, or like they did like the side or over the shoulder stuff, but it was still like it didn't take me out of it. Super cool.
Well, the scenes were so fast, like you couldn't even grab it. Like you couldn't even think about that. Another thing that was really cool was the Egyptology. So apparently
it's not the best.
It isn't, but they hired a guy that's like, you know, he's from Egypt, and so he knows.
Still
that thing
super
or two.
cool to see, though.
I think he knows more about like how they learned it than most people, because like, for example, you know, when you have someone, let's say it was like about America and they filmed it in another place and they were like, oh, this is American, they would probably think of like big fat people with big fat burgers with big fat asses. So I don't really think, you know.
Big fat burger.
And obviously people would be like, well, he's not really the same. So it's like that. Also, the transition from Norse mythology to this was very weird.
It was cool. I like to see like, oh, there's even more like gods and stuff in this universe. Like, I mean, we're getting Zeus in Love and Thunder, which is super cool. And just all that stuff. Love it to death.
I am kind of sick and tired of them saying like, oh, because we can't interfere with humans. But then Thor's like walking around as an Avenger and it's like, what? It doesn't make sense. It makes sense for the watcher, but for anything else where they're like, we can't interfere. They have avatars as people and they walk around. It's like, you're interfering with their lives. So, I mean, what are you doing?
So my biggest problem, I'm just going to say it,
You have a
was
problem with this movie?
Yes, was the writing. Some of the lines were just so stupid.
Yeah, there were. I mean, the only times where it was good was with Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
And when it's him alone, at least.
It's not even, and it's not, it's the writer's fault. It's not the actors. They did fine. Like, it's some of the lines I'm like, that's just stupid. Like the one line near the end where she's like, are you an Egyptian superhero? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay.
That has to be like a Disney exec.
Which I'm like, that's super cool. That's gives someone some representation. And it's like, yeah. But I'm also like, that was just so like on the nose. Like,
It's cringy.
Yeah.
Are you an Egyptian superhero? Yeah. What was your favorite episode?
The fourth one was really good. I like the twists and everything. The last one was super cool. I have my issue with it. It felt like too much of a tease to be like, that's something I have a problem with shows where they set up for the next season or the movie or something. And it's just like, okay, I want this to be a good individual story and not just lead me into wanting to see the next season. And they did that very, very hard in the sixth one. It's better than Hawkeye, because going into the last episode, I thought it's like Hawkeye or Falcon and Winter Soldier, where they have too much to wrap up in this last episode. But they did wrap everything up better than those. But it was still, they left some cliffhangers, which I
don't think they did as much. I mean, I think that's the only one as far as I can think of. Ethan Hawke's character. I mean, they killed him off immediately.
But still, it's the other stuff of like the Jake Lockley and stuff.
Honestly, the only thing I liked, not the only, but like one of my favorite episodes is the first one. And like I was very hesitant about that. I was thinking about how it was bad for the rest of the for the rest of the show. But the first episode was very clearly independent. It was its own thing, and it doesn't seem like it's connected to anybody else.
Yeah, it felt like a pilot for a show, and then like once they actually get a start, it kind of becomes not great or something. But I really liked seeing Moon Knight. That's probably my biggest takeaway from this whole show, is seeing Moon Knight in live action. Looks sick.
Yeah.
And Mr. Knight and Moon Knight.
I don't know if I like his costume.
Which one? Both or just
that one?
The Egyptian like mummy type looking.
Yeah, thing? I like the way he looks in the comic books.
Like the sleek, like white, almost Batman type suit. Yeah.
It was like very smooth. It's not. Yeah. There's not a lot to think of.
We'll probably get that as Jake Lockley, which will be sick.
Yeah, or maybe some dark suit, because they do have a dark suit.
It'll be interesting to see what they do.
One thing that's really cool about the show is that the differencing in relationship between Mark and Steven with Layla.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really funny to me. It was adorable. That was adorable.
It's done so well where it's like Mark already loves Layla, and then Steven kind of falls in love with her too, and but then they come to terms with each other, which I thought was done super well. Was the whole we come to terms and their hearts become full or whatever. Love that. Good storytelling.
Another thing that's really great is that Layla is like a Wonder Woman and Hawkgirl combined.
She is, and I liked it, but I didn't.
I do and I don't. That's all I got, because I actually half-assed this notes. I put more time in Crush than I did with Moon Knight.
God. Well, this was over 6 weeks, to be fair, but like I said, really enjoyed seeing this in live action. I wish I got more, but also less. I wish I had more maybe MCU stuff. One of my favorite moments was when they mentioned the Black Panther like afterlife.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, like I know that. And she's like, oh my Tawet is like, oh, it's beautiful. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's sick. So I love seeing that and the connections. I love the games they played with this show. There's a lot of QR codes that had copies of the comic books, like Moon Knight's first appearance, Moon Knight's second appearance. I think it was in the first 2 episodes. Some of the very comic book accurate stuff, like his suit, like Mr. Knight is perfect.
That was cool.
And how he got that suit was super cool. He was just like, I need a suit. And he's like, that's what he thought was a suit. So I love that. I think I'm going to say, where would you put this in the MCU shows? Like
top. I love Moon Knight.
It's this and Loki for me. I'd say they're tied. Loki has a better story and stuff, but
Moon
this
Knight feels so different.
It's just Moon Knight. It's great. My biggest wish for this was seeing like Blade though. Having him.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Just maybe a post credit or something. I liked the post credit and I also hated it. There's this show and I have a love-hate relationship, I guess.
Yeah,
there's a lot I love and hate. I did like they gender swapped Layla, or at least her superhero, Scarlet Scarab. That was cool.
Yeah,
because he was a dude in the comics, so I like that.
I love the costume.
There's actually one that was
very form fitting.
It's actually done like well, because it actually was very fitting.
I would cast her as Hawkgirl.
Yeah, she'd be good.
Yeah. I don't even know who she is.
Yeah, hot guy already for Black Adam. Any final thoughts for Moon Knight?
Honestly, from the beginning, I love the show, mainly because I love the character.
Yeah, this for I think a lot of people, you and I both. We are getting to see one of our favorite comic book heroes in live action. I mean, we've had all our mainstays forever, but Moon Knight's kind of this one that people know about. But
it's a mystery, man.
I would, whenever they announced the show, I was like, no way, like really? So super cool. I'm excited with all these new characters we've been getting in the MCU. I'm excited to see him interact with other people. I'm like seeing him interact with even even the newer ones too, like Shang-Chi or Falcon. Like that'll be super. I'm ready for the line between Layla and Falcon or Captain America now about their wings.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is super Falcon, but I love it. It's super cool. So
the only problem that I have with this is that the violence was very soft.
It was. I was expecting a little more.
Yeah, and I think they should utilize like every single Moon Knight's like violent tendencies, because I think that would have been a really cool storyline in itself.
And maybe we'll get more whenever we get more, because I'm assuming we will be
being more R-rated.
Seeing Jake Lockley as the badass that we're probably gonna get. It'll be cool. I'm excited for it. Oscar Isaac is a beast, and that's our Moon Knight review. Let's get to our ratings.
Yeah.
What do you say for critical rating for Moon Knight?
8 out of 10.
I'm going to resound his statement as an 8 out of 10. I'm about to say Matthew. Critical entertainment. What do you say, Win?
A 10. I was very entertained.
Same, 10. Keep it simple.
It.
That's one of the few times where we agree perfectly.
I could watch this like many, many times.
It's a show.
Not because of Layla.
But maybe. Anyways, though, that's our Moon Knight review. Thank y'all for watching. We've been the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Oscar.
That's Win. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell us, did you enjoy Moon Knight? What is it, your favorite superhero too? And tell us, what is your favorite toe? Me and Win could knock out a typical video in 20 to 30 minutes. It takes us an hour when y'all are here.
Yeah, it's a good time though.